I'm Dr. Jeff Whitaker, and today we're going to explore the science of food web.
We're hitting the grocery store. Baskets in hand, eyes focused on popular food products.
Investigating whether companies are playing fast and loose when it comes to food labeling.
Start the day with Nutella. Everything from breakfast to dinner.
Healthy request. Sounds good.
I'm sold.
Terrible. Soup's one of the worst things you eat,
Healthy
guys.
diet of food
Full salt.
claims.
Full salt.
100% natural. Garden vegetables.
Bread with veggies.
See, that's the hype these days. But are company claims supported by the facts, or is it just food fiction?
Food fiction.
How important are the labeling claims to your decision?
That's the first thing I look at.
I'm a dad, so I get word
Quite a bit. I used to be not in the best of health, so it became a habit over time.
To find out about these healthy food claims, we check out and meet up with a guy who can help us read between the lines. Hey, Yoni. Good to see you. Dr. Yoni Friedhoff runs a health and nutrition center in Ottawa. He's been called Canada's nutritional watchdog.
How would you describe some of the marketing tactics companies use to get people to buy their stuff?
Well, they'll use anything and everything that they can to try to convince consumers that what's in those packages is healthy.
How successful do you think the marketing is?
I think it's extremely successful. Every aisle of the supermarket is preying on us. They're preying on our psychologies. They're preying on our beliefs. It's not fair.
Let's start with the first meal of the day. Popular breakfast item, Nutella. You know, the one that's spreading the message that breakfast loves Nutella.
Anybody eat Nutella?
Knives, spoons,
It's good.
fingers, and cheeks. Made with roasted hazelnuts. Breakfast loves Nutella.
Precious Chong's family loves it too. Her 9-year-old son Jack eats this sweet treat 3 times a week. He's
What the
nuts
heck?
for Nutella. She first ate the stuff as a child in Europe. And says
That's
now
like
it's a
nuts
staple
then.
in her home.
When you're serving Nutella for Jack in the morning, how much do you give it?
Like between a teaspoon and a tablespoonful in his oatmeal.
Do you know anything about the ingredients of Nutella?
I know it's like hazelnuts and sugar.
Any idea how much sugar is in it?
I don't know.
The manufacturer says it can be part of a balanced breakfast. But is Nutella really a good way to start the day?
What do you think of this product?
Well, I think that it is spreadable candy.
Candy. Why?
Well, basically everything you've spread on that piece of bread will be sugar.
So just how much sugar does Nutella pack?
It says each serving is 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to just get a tablespoon of this,
Oh, well, it's
and
like
that
that.
has 11 grams of sugar. Okay, here we go.
Nutella, really, it's a bit of whey powder, so we'll put some whey powder, and it's a bit of skim milk powder, so we'll put that too. Some cocoa powder, we've got cocoa powder, and now everybody knows there's hazelnuts in there, but I don't know if everybody knows that there's only 2.5 hazelnuts in that tablespoon. And then there is just shy, 1 gram shy, of 3 teaspoons of sugar.
Why the hell are you running away
That
with
is
that
a
too
ton of
much?
sugar on my toast.
It is a lot of sugar on your toast. And, you know, a lot of people, they say, well, you know, we know it's not healthy, but I'm not sure people know just how much this actually is.
All that sugar in just 1 serving. And Friedhoff thinks people are eating more than that.
The label, it's swimming in Nutella. I wonder if 2 tablespoons would make it look more like that label.
And once you make it 2 tablespoons of Nutella,
It's like
you're
shit.
eating 5.5 teaspoons of sugar. And that's not all.
You've got another ingredient down there. What's that?
I do. This is chocolate icing.
Do you think there's a comparison?
Well, in fact, there is less sugar, tablespoon for tablespoon, in this chocolate icing than in that Nutella.
The company says it doesn't promote the nutritional value of Nutella. If you eat it with some whole grain toast, fruit, and milk, it can be part of a complete breakfast. But that's little consolation for a Toronto mom.
In serving of Nutella, which is a tablespoon, there are 11 grams of sugar.
Wow.
You know how much that is?
No,
Almost 3 teaspoons.
that's a lot of sugar. So basically, I'm giving a chocolate bar to my son for breakfast.
The fact that Nutella markets itself as a breakfast food, sells itself that way, and knowing how much sugar's in it, how do you think about that?
Oh, I mean, it's a sham. It shouldn't be a breakfast food. It should be like a dessert.
The latest in a long list of unhappy Nutella fans. A couple of years ago, the manufacturer made national news in the U.S. when it was sued for false advertising.
I thought it was at least as nutritious as peanut butter, maybe a little bit more, and that was just the impression I got from the commercial.
The company had to pay its customers $3 million.
They may have tweaked their advertising to tone down the impression it's healthy, but this sugar cop says it's still leaving a false impression.
Why are companies allowed to market their products as though they're good for you?
Companies are allowed to say whatever they can get away with saying. Now, they're like teenagers. Their job is to push the envelope, to see what they can get away with, to sell as much product as possible.
One of the slogans for this product is breakfast loves Nutella.
Well, kids may love Nutella, and maybe breakfast does too, but I'm not so sure that health does.
Let's put this one away.
Indeed.
So stop right there, recap on Nutella, right? A lot of sugar, misleading, what happened to them? What? They got sued $3 million, right? So ethical, unethical, definitely unethical, to the point that it actually.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did each customer who bought Nutella get $3 million?
I doubt they both all got $3 million, but they probably divided up in a lawsuit. It was broke down, and I guess how many customers complained got some portion of that. I'm assuming. Wow. I would doubt they all got $3 million apiece. Yeah, that'd been a good day, right?
Yeah.
I'd have bought Nutella for that reason, right? But no, they probably got a little payout on the deal. But and then you saw where they changed the labeling, right? Says it's good for breakfast or something like that. They just took it off now. So now it's Nutella, and they show a nice picture of a spread there with some vegetables. Still gives the appeal that it's healthy, right? Because the picture shows what? Vegetables with it, whole grain toast, all that. But like you said, you're still getting packets of sugar involved. Really no hazelnut at all, right? Very misleading, not very ethical, and they actually had to pay for that. So they had to change their whole scheme of marketing strategy. Okay?
Time for us to turn the tables on this label, change food fiction into food fact. So let's make breakfast love Nutella, Nutella loves sugar.
That sounds swag.
With breakfast done, time for lunch.
Healthy request. Sounds good.
I'm so little.
Throw it in.
So we pick up some Campbell's Healthy Request soup.
So when you see the word healthy request on that, what does that mean to you?
It would mean to me
Don't
there
know.
would be more vegetables in there. It would have some type of whole grain in there.
Healthy request? Well, I'd have to look at the ingredients before I figure out if it is healthy.
Vegetables and nice looking things on there. So I would think, yeah, that's something that I would consider.
So just how healthy is this soup?
So we've got this Campbell's soup. It's called Healthy Request, and there are a lot of health-related things on this label.
There's no question that label screams healthy. I mean, even if you look at the spoon, you don't see soup, you just see a spoonful of vegetables right above a logo that's got a heart with the word healthy on top of it. So this is, I would imagine, the marketing point is heart-healthy soup.
So let's look at the amount of sodium in here. It has 470 milligrams of sodium per serving. How's that number?
Well, first, 470 milligrams of sodium in a serving of soup might not be a small number for someone who is worried and concerned for real reasons about sodium. So people with heart disease, that's actually quite a lot for a serving of soup. But I have a question. How much is the serving of soup in this case?
It says per serving of 215 milliliters, but this has almost 400 in it, in this container.
And so that would be almost 750 milligrams of sodium in that container.
If you ate the whole thing.
Now, I wonder who wouldn't eat the whole thing. I mean, look at this container. So it is a single-serve container. I say that because you can't reseal it.
Campbell says it uses the standard serving size for soup set by the government. That way shoppers can make a fair comparison. But it looks as if Campbell's could be breaking government rules around labeling. If a food product could reasonably be eaten at a single sitting, the company has to give you the nutritional info for the whole container.
How misleading is it then to give the sodium for a serving size that is not the entire thing?
I think it's very misleading. You know, especially when you've got a container that clearly is something people would regularly consume all at once.
And that's not the only food fiction going on.
If you want to know how much sodium, it's the same amount of sodium as you would get if you ate this entire bowl of potato chips.
Well, you wouldn't sit down and eat an entire big bowl of potato chips like that.
No, and if you're making your own vegetable soup at home, the likelihood of you putting that much sodium in is quite low.
So this healthy request soup?
Not so healthy.
So soup, right? Same thing. Picture looks good, that's healthy request. Anybody know what standard soup has in it?
Sodium.
How much sodium?
4.
See.
Oh, Lord. Boy, get your Maruchan.
What's in this?
Hey, wait, I'm Maruchan. He has a whole basketball.
Here's my healthy request soup.
Chicken noodles.
It is. That's the last resort. What does it say, Junior? Sodium. What's sodium?
410 milligrams.
And now how many servings is that?
That's one.
One serving? So what's the other serving? But here's the problem. What do you say about the serving size?
110.
Yeah, so serving size is, but the key is, it says 230, per container though. Do you have to eat the whole container?
No.
You almost do though, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Because once you open it, you can't save it. Unless you put it in some kind of, Ziploc, or you put it in some kind of, Ziploc bag, or some kind of Tupperware, right? So to eat the whole can though, you got 880, almost 900 milligrams of sodium. That's the biggest problem with soup. There are vegetables in it, of course there is. But the biggest problem is salt, okay? Salt is a big problem with soup. But it's a comfort food. We still like it. The pictures looks great. Just like he said, it's the exact same one they had there. It's the last resort because it's quick and it's fast and it's kind of comfort food. You're sick, they always tell you eat chicken noodle soup. Yes, some of that stuff's good, the salt not so great. Okay? So it's a little misleading there too.
Back at the grocery store, we give shoppers the scoop about this soup. You think that's a healthy request? They have healthy requests on here. It's got that much sodium in it.
It doesn't seem healthy at all.
So, time for another label makeover. Let's turn Campbell's healthy request soup into Campbell's salty request soup.
When we come back, more popular names and marketing games. Is this 100% fruit bar 100% healthy?
No.
Yeah, that's something that I'd probably stay away from.
And later, what crafty claims are you being served for dinner?
Well, that's what it is.
What lousy label bugs you? Snap a photo and share it with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, we'll stop right there on that, okay, so I don't want to kill you with the video.
Never mind.
Yeah, but, so you've learned a couple products there, how the labels are misleading, right? Ethical, unethical, really it's perspective, but a lot of it is unethical in a way, but like the guy said, marketer's job is to what? Promote and sell the product, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna do whatever they can
I think you lost one.
to do that, right? So how many of you guys have got your projects caught up
Me.
today? Have got that done? Raise your hand, let me see that. A few of you have, and I got a few don't. Would you like a few minutes to try to get that done?
Yes.
Some of you, so start working on the project. I see some of you wanting to worry about getting that done. I see it, Montana. That's fine. I'll come around and help you guys with some of that, all right? You got your rubrics pulled up good, all right? If you got questions you need some help with, let me know. Yes, ma'am. And I'll help
Wait,
you
let me
out,
know
okay?
the app.
I'll give you a
I'm
few
gonna play
minutes.
that. I'm gonna go on that.
Yeah, you got that whole thing. Oh, you're good. No, you jump way ahead.
You got the whole thing done?
Oh, yeah, she's over. She's there, but she rocked it. She got it done.
She got the
She
whole
did a great
thing
job.
done?
Yeah, I think she's got it. I mean, it looks like it to me, it's more than my little grill.
And she liked the stuff. Girl. It is.
Oh, yeah, you did great. No, very nice. What's that? Just one for right now. Remember, you did your first 2 parts, right? In the first quarter. And then the product service management was due today. Okay? So we're just doing each segment at a time, guys. Remember, it ties into what we're doing in class, so you can learn it and then apply it.
We're supposed to do it there.
So did you do the third part? Market plans. Don't worry, we're doing this now, so the whole thing is doing on your side. Okay.
You can go to that too.
Says well, you can go far.
No, that's not in.
Touchdown yesterday season. He is a smart cooking pot. What?
Nothing.
Oh
No.
How you spell that shit, bro? What's up, bitch? I did that shit,
That's a
bro.
touchdown.
Elliot. Elliot is
No, the safety. The defense. Yeah, the safety. Isn't that the safety? He should be a running back. No, man, he's really nervous.
He's fast.
He's faster too. He's faster than me. Yeah, of course he is. Do you want to try to race that pretty much?
Let me fight.
I'm gonna pass it to that dude. At this point, they are playing people. I mean, not people, Madden.
Pass to Elliot. Elliot walked it in.
Gosh. Oh, they tried to do the 2-point conversion, but it has to be because they did 4 touchdowns. They're not gonna make it. If they get 8 points, they're gonna get 22.
Hey, see that again.
Yeah, I think it was a bullet. No one would have catched it.
Like Diggs.
Have you seen someone did an interception, then he fumbled it, and then the other team got it back?
Yeah.
Same. In college football. That's the only thing I watch.
They're not the best, bro.
Yeah. Oh! That's too many too. Who's that? Who's that? Is that
Oh,
really?
no.
Oh. Damn!
Eagles.
Number 1. I don't like Nelson. Like the name. He just sort of.
Wilson.
Yeah, okay. I'm like Nelson. Intercepted?
Kind of, it wants to see something.
No, intercepted. I think it was intercepted. It is intercepted. It is.
You know, something, I don't know.
It is.
If you want to draw it, you can try to draw it, you can.
Diggs. I mean Diggs.
Like that. Sure.
He's on 33 already. Yeah. Defenders are trash. I bet the Falcons can defeat the Dallas Cowboys. think the Falcons couldn't beat the Dallas Cowboys.
No,
Yeah.
The Falcons couldn't defeat the Panthers. What would make you think they would defeat the Cowboys? Oh, that's not interesting. You should fake it. I would fake it. I would. Oh no, the defense is too fast. On Madden, they used to have a fake field goal pass, but now they don't. So you got like about 18 minutes.
Do what
Have a
else?
nice day. You have like 18 minutes.
Yeah, you got long. About 15 more minutes.
They're not. They're not.
Did y'all get any candy this weekend?
No.
Why?
They got chips. They got the blue toffee.
Who does? Who gives you full-size candy bars? What neighborhood?
I actually went to a party. I went to a party that
I
my
got
neighbors
tons of candy.
invited.
I have one trick-or-treater come.
Really?
One. Three little Hispanic kids, man. They always come every year. Their mom and them come, and they're the only ones that come again this year.
What does it mean? Explanation on branding strategy.
So you got a whole bunch of extra candy?
Yeah,
I'll take some.
I got it here. Would you like some?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, hang on.
Where you bought some?
Explain branding strategies and positions. Okay, so the brand is, whatever your company brand's gonna be. How are you gonna get that brand out so people like know Under Armour or they know it's Nike? You know what I
They
mean?
can do right now. They
Yeah,
can try to
commercials, maybe
stop the
some
Cowboys.
advertisements, things going on, you know what I mean? And position yourself, so like, I don't know what you're doing, but like, if it was Nike, how does Nike compare to Reebok and Under Armour, you know what I mean? The same type people. That's the
They
position you
got
gotta
the
take.
thing. They should score touchdown now. They're going deep. No, I did.
You create a picture now?
I mean, I would go for it.
You gotta have an illustration. That one, you gotta have like a picture of something of your product. Bruh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what it says. Illustration means pictures or 3D rendering. I mean, you need to use something to draw like the product. I gotta
Stop
see
the
it.
clock. And then I would go for an onside kick.
Well, right now it might get.
I would go for an onside
But you gotta
kick.
have something at the end of the year, it's gonna have to be
They
official.
score this touchdown.
They gotta see it.
Okay, I would go for an onside kick. I mean, good.
Creating your brand promise and stating
Okay,
it.
I would go.
clearly. Your
They
brand
should do a
promise,
2-point
original,
conversion.
Incredible.
Because
So
they're not
the
gonna.
promise is like, what do you promise
They
about
need
your
the
brand? Like,
2-point conversion.
You're saying,
They-
what's your product? Pencil. Okay.
Okay.
So your brand promise would be that, what's the name of your company?
Dallas
Or your
Cowboys.
product?
Yeah, you're right. Because we're 6-1.
Yeah, but it's gotta be a name for it.
We are 6-1
Got
right
it.
now.
So your product needs to have a name, because you can't have
Yeah,
a
we
brand
beat the
without a name.
Vikings.
Okay, so you need to come up with some kind of, name.
Kirk Cousins. Did you call Kirk
Like
Cousins
Little
trash?
M's pencil.
For the whole team.
You know what I mean? And then your brand promise will be, we promise to deliver the highest quality
How would you like the Falcons to beat the
application
Vikings?
of some sort
Look,
that delivers exceptional value and all
How?
the things. You know what I'm saying?
how, bro? How?
Why don't you find an app that'll work? Like
That
an
is
app.
just
A lot of people find
One-
apps
one
that
thing.
work. Y'all know the app.
We're
better than I do.
6-1 right now. 6-1.
Well, you got 10.
We're 6. We won 6 games.
Cups, I don't. I'm so sorry. I don't have any cups. So somebody said they wanted some candy back there?
Huh?
You did, didn't you?
Yes.
You go ahead and get these candy.
I want one too.
Got any candy?
Candy.
I see you. No,
That's tough.
hang on a minute. I got to want time to, y'all get up here and be like a pack of wolves on a piece of meat.
Bro, I'm bouncing with this
I'll be bringing it.
Oh, you got more.
You got two.
Oh, let me get one. Chandler.
You can come, Miss Kira.
You got holes on. Oh, there you go.
You'll be taking like my candy now.
All right. Heard. Very much under.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have somebody back there watching.
No, I'm good.
Stick on the middle finger at me. You can't prove
Who?
it. Kiro.
I didn't see that.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, fuck.
You get candy for breakfast. How is YouTube not so? Oh,
How do people forget that? Junior said that.
I said
October
what?
31st is Halloween every year, guys.
What?
Has been since forever.
They still know you went trick or treating?
No, but people come to my house. But nobody came. I had, like I said, one person came. Who else? Anybody back there? Anybody over there? Anybody? Okay. Yeah.
Kenny, let's go.
My turn.
And y'all last right here. That's my last one. Last row, man.